Don't play iStation Z for 3DS after playing it on Switch. For real, it isn't worth it. iStation Z has finally launched on the Switch, and it looks incredible. For the PC players earnestly waiting for the iStation Z launch, you're gonna have to wait until December the 2nd. As an iStation Z veteran, I was excited to see what Wobblytooth had in store for his new installment to the iStation Z series. So after launching the game, just from the title screen alone, I noticed some massive differences. To begin with, iStation Z on 3DS is only 42 megabytes compared to the Switch, which is 811 megabytes. When comparing that to other third-party titles on Switch like Stardew Valley, which is only 1.4 gigabytes, that's not overly large, allowing for faster downloads and quicker load times. Speaking of load times, iStation Z Switch, to my surprise, loads slightly quicker than iStation Z 3DS. A total of 11.16 seconds for Switch, and 12.65 for 3DS. The music on the title screen has changed from the original game, and it's honestly better. There's actually new art taken from the actual game this time, and it's in 1080p HD this time rather than 240. There is now an introductory prologue that happens every time you load into a solo save file, whether it's a new game or not. It is skippable though. I did notice the game lags behind the right joystick when looking around a little bit, and the menu selection felt kinda clunky as if it would only work some of the time. Water has an interesting look to it. Looking at the speed of the water flow, you do come to wonder how the stream of water hasn't just turned into an ice rink by now. It also feels like you walk a little bit faster in iStation Z Switch, which is a good thing. The next difference that I immediately noticed was the character models are a lot more polished and there are considerably more polygons that make up the models. The level of detail in the snow and the trees really brings the world to life just that much more. It looks like the same map from the original game, but it's clearly improved in scale as well as all the locations in the game have been fully remade. This includes, but not limited to, full building redesigns making everything feel bigger and fresh to explore. Weapons are all back except the ray gun, and of course all of the guns have been remodeled in HD. And interestingly, the gunshot sounds and zombie sounds remain the same from the original game. Zombies can't swim. And neither can you. We are missing a few things such as the UFO, domes, and observatory. Vehicles now hold their own mass and follow Newton's laws of physics. Unfortunately, you cannot sit down at any of the chairs or benches. It also takes longer to go prone and to stand back up from the original game, so you can't spam it now. Multiplayer is the same as single player, but with the option of 9 players to explore with. While looking through the list of pages, all the servers said there were 1 out of 10 players playing on the server, but after picking one and joining, there were other players. This is likely a bug that will be patched. Now, if you're an OG iStation Z player, you want to know if there's a native voice chat in the multiplayer. I'm happy to let you know that this is a functionality, but to utilize this feature you will need a headset with a built-in mic, as Switch, unlike 3DS, has no microphone. The final difference that I found on iStation Z Switch that differs from iStation Z 3DS is that now there's a reticle instead of a line that you aim with. This means that there's now bloom to every weapon. This is going to make shooting at a target from a long distance a lot more difficult. And that seems to have covered it. All the major differences that I found while playing iStation Z Remake on Switch. You can really tell how much work Wobblytooth put into remaking this masterpiece, and I'm really glad he did. 5 years ago, we enjoyed playing with our friends on 3DS and in some cases making new ones playing Ice Station Z multiplayer. Thanks to Wobblytooth, we get that opportunity again.